next time so that I'll get hella screwed over. I won't fall
I
for
am I am in fact like scheming across like multiple game timelines.
it. You can't trick me, Crun.
The whole long scheme. Um so Red, what happened last time?
Well, it began with a little bit of, well, events of the game beforehand where Claire went off to go and talk with Abaddon after her patron's suggestion and insistence saying she should also engage with that. Let's the Olaf branch will say that Abaddon gave him, and have a chance to connect and maybe deal with the see what it means to deal with other creatures, especially with such a young demon lord as she doesn't seem to take Abaddon seriously. But regardless, Claire went off, had a talk with asking Jay to set up a meeting, and they did. So she was on her way there, while Wanda still with Darius, apparently at the uh, Inferno Club, much to her charge and hanging out, as there was a bit of talk about, well, Darius telling her that she should continue with the deal with Villarago, even if she doesn't want to. That understand that Cammy and Victor are still missing. That this they must not know that you know anything, and that the world must not know that you are freaking the fuck out, essentially. And he's just to continue forward with that, even when she doesn't want to, as well as well, try to relax a bit. Worrying and freaking out won't get her anywhere right now, and we're gonna keep looking for him. As he left, and well, she was going to go off to go home, but bumped into a strange being wearing a significant ring, apparently, as Satara, as he introduced herself, seemed to be somewhat of a friendly fellow, willing to hear Wanda's words, as she didn't really have much of anyone else to really talk to about this right now. And, well, a bit of back and forth, a bit of banter going on. Satara, someone making fun of Wanda and her dilemmas, as well as giving her advice, air quotes, even suggesting a challenge of just going for it with Victor, and just maybe seeing if he doesn't want to be with you, then this won't work. If he does, well, it will. And regardless, you can try to use him essentially. Though Wanda was a bit undecided on with that, especially with her own emotional feelings that Satara made fun of her for. I believe there's also an exchange of secrets there that went back and forth, as well as Wanda suggesting that Satara try her hand at being a bartender if she's so bored, which she seemed to take with gusto, as there was a continued conversation with that her new position as she's making drinks. While that was happening, Claire walked in, spotting Wanda and this bartender, saying hello for a bit, and Wanda, not wanting to interrupt Claire's meeting, asked if when Claire's free if she could do a reading for her, which Claire was more than willing to do for a favor, of course. As they said goodbye, and she went off to Abaddon to discuss these terms of working together and having a chance to see what this new partnership can bring. I believe as well, Abaddon asked for a reading, which she did, and she was able to see that this place is alive, connected. And as she went further into the vision, she started seeing a random assortment of letters and numbers over again, the same set that she saw before at the party, I believe, as well, before being pulled grasp out of that vision with a surprise. Abaddon watched her and suggested a teacher, a tutor, someone to help her with her powers and abilities if she sees potential, as she gave her the number of someone named Iniko, someone here at the city, I believe, who could be of use for Claire. And Claire and Wanda had a bit more conversation, a bit before we turned over to John, who's woke up in that better spot, as he had been captured by the Winter Fae and a bit injured as well, and opened his eyes to see an old, familiar face, Iris. A Winter Fae that he probably didn't know at the time, but was friends with his daughter, his ailing daughter at that he pushed away. Not maliciously so, but out of concern for the daughter he loved, but in doing so hurt Iris deeply, as she was not there for Claire, as she slowly was taken by death, and feels a bit of bitterness and, well, really much big set of hatred for him. As Johnny seemed tired, he was a bit resigned with the whole thing, as Iris spewed venom at him. And even as he even offered to, well, I still see my daughter's grave. If you prefer as well, you could do the same and say hello. I know she would appreciate that. And Iris laughed at his moment of vulnerability, realizing that he was completely unaware of what had happened to his daughter's soul. As she mockingly told him that, well, his daughter's soul has been taken by a demon lord. He's been there for quite some time, probably since, well, the day she died, by the demon lord by the name of Moloch. And who knows if what that means exactly for her, but regardless, Johnny seemed to have got his mind turning now with that possibility that goal there, and more likely to save his daughter, and maybe a chance to even talk to her necromancer and bring her back. Regardless, step one is get the demon lord to give up his daughter's soul. But things even took a worse turn once Victor showed up, a little worse for wear, and here to give himself up. Apparently, having made a deal with the Fae in exchange for leaving the people he cared about alone, as well as giving safety against the angels for them, would give them the recipe for, I guess, someone like Cammy, that he is the key to that. And doing so, that means he will give himself up. And Johnny tried to persuade him not to, but he was already decided. And he asked him to give, let his family know and to give a letter to Wanda as he left. And Johnny woke back up in his home. Wanda, leaving Inferno Club, well, on her way to leave Inferno Club, walked into an angry Darius, who mentioned the good news that Cammy had been found, but Victor had, well, made a choice. And Cammy was distraught, and it wasn't all good, as he had, well, seemed to have decided to trade his life for his family's. As Wanda went to Cammy, who was with Jay, trying to comfort her, as she seemed to be not handling it well, and Jay even offered to give a bit of sanctuary and safety from apparently his grandparents if they needed, which she thanked and took Cammy home, as there's not much we can really do right now. And though after leaving Cammy there, she got a call from Johnny to meet up, and they met in the cemetery, where he exchanged those gifts that Victor had kept dearly for so long, as well as the letter and apologies, as both of them were dealing with the glum of that decision. And while Wanda feeling aside, she gave Johnny Darius's number as well, so hopefully have some help in that regard, and went home to read his letter, mostly him saying that he's sorry for being here, sorry for the choices he made, and apologize. And yeah, I think that's where it ended last. Wanda in her home, Cammy sleeping, Johnny, I guess, going back home to Claire, still doing the necromancy thing, and poor Villarago, I think he's still having fun over there doing his deals and such as well.
Yeah. We'll see if anyone tries to reach out to Johnny.
You know, I really should talk to my mechanic.
I mean, you did learn that he was sort of involved with the whole nonsense.
Yeah, the whole like that whole
thing.
horseshit.
Yeah. Like, listen, I need my car fixed, Johnny. Why are you not picking up the phone, Johnny?
God damn it, Johnny. They're all I've done for you.
But yeah, so I think the last thing we needed to resolve was Claire's meeting with Eniko. So I'm pretty sure you set that up.
Yeah, I figured out the Enigma thing, which I can't fucking find my notes. Oh, there it is.
Yes.
And Eniko called like immediately.
Yes, my funny pranks are all coming together. There's so many one-liners. Yeah, also let me check on my timeline of it. Yeah, you could probably meet up with her a day or two. There's nothing else you'd like to do in that time.
Shit, I gotta read my notes. No, I think this was like a blockage that Claire was having, so I think that would be her main thing right now.
I'm thinking, how much should I cook rather than this?
Girl, we already talked about this.
But the idea that came to my mind. So, yeah.
We had talked about, like, Claire and Wanda had talked about seeing something for her, although that might have changed.
Yeah, Wanda wanted to check for a vision, basically.
But, well, then the question is, would Wanda, after all that was said and done, are you gonna... Because Cammy is just distraught and will, in fact, just sit in her room all day. So if Wanda in the next 1 or 2 days would have went out to reach out to Claire, I would like to do the prophecy shit first.
Yeah, I think she would because if things are about to get a bit crazy, she wants to get some stuff out of the way, and she's probably gonna ask if she can give Cammy sanctuary with the J thing that was offered earlier.
No, in the sense, do you want to reach out to Claire specifically?
Yeah, I think she will.
Because Claire cannot help you with the sanctuary.
No, that's fine. I
Okay.
have a list of things to do.
Well, you could ask, but I can't help.
I
Listen,
appreciate
listen.
it.
That's not true. Listen, you can always hand Cammy over to Lydia, but I mean,
I don't know that lady.
yeah, I don't. That's
I don't know if that's a good idea. Claire would 100% trust her, but like I don't think that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
don't worry. I don't even know who Lydia is. It's fine.
Okay, then we'll switch to Wanda as you're dealing with the recent events as Cammy is just sort of like broken down.
Mm.
Doesn't really talk too much. Sits in her room mostly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. She wants to talk to Cammy, but I think she's gonna try to see the prophecy first
Mhm.
before. No, she's gonna talk to Cammy. Actually, she's gonna, yeah, have this conversation now instead of just waiting too long for her to stew in that.
Been probably half a day as you knock at her door and go in her room as she is just again the same, sitting in bed, just kind of staring at the ceiling.
Cammy?
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you. I feel like it's best if I keep you in the loop this time around.
Yeah. What's going on?
I'm not too sure exactly what the next few days are going to look like, especially for what I'm planning to do. So I think it's best if we find you a safe place to be until we can.
Whoa. What are you planning on doing?
It's not entirely sure yet. It's a half-form idea, but regardless, I think it's best if I get you some safety. And this Jay, his name, offered something like that for you, and I think you should go there until this whole thing's get resolved. Until, well, I plan to try to get Victor back. But I need to know that
Wait,
you're going to be all right.
Like, if you plan on getting Dad back, then I want to help. Not just gonna
know.
like go somewhere and hide. I'm done hiding.
I know, but I can't stand the idea that if I look away for a minute, they're gonna take you too. Okay? Out of all of us here, I'm the one who's the least important, so I can move around without too much notice. And if for some reason something happens, then you're gonna be okay. At least until I have a solid plan. Because right now I'm going on a half gun and Maverick style right now, and I don't want to get you caught up with that. Until I have a solid plan.
It's with an NPC.
Yay. I wish I had a plus one. Oh no, this is okay. God damn it, Yami.
She kind of like shakes her head a couple times. No, just no. This is not. I'm not losing. I'm not losing you two, and then I don't care. Just no.
Yami. I don't want to move around and then they take you while I'm not looking.
Well, if they take you, then they'll just blackmail me, and I will just. How is that gonna be better?
Oof, Wanda was about to say something, but she's gonna hold off.
And not to mention, I know what they want, why they want me, and if they have that, they're gonna want you as well. No, no.
Cammy, I'm going to try to talk to some other people, and they are going to require deals and favors. I don't want
Well,
you to get caught up in that.
two
You
can play
shouldn't
at
have to
that.
do that. No, no, you can't play at that, Cammy, please.
Watch
You
me. And she just, you see, there's a burst of energy in the room, and she's just gone.
Yeah, God damn it. Can she use her, what's it called? Her power. I forgot what it was. It's the one to either talk to someone via the mind link thing with
Yep.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
she's gonna-
I'll say you're a mental. No, That's a good point. Would the mental link work across dimensions? Let me think for a moment on that.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me read the. I'll say that it doesn't. You have to be in the same plane of existence. So as you sort of try and like connect with her, it's sort of there's nothing responding to you, and you realize she is not on in this physical world anymore.
God damn it. That's me, Red, saying it. Wanda's distraught,
But
as now her daughter has just duped out.
I'll say something though. There's like this wave of air that just sort of was pushed away from the center point of the flare. It did just smell of flowers. You're not trying to think. My English is failing me right now.
Hmm.
It smelled like snowdrops.
Oh. Well, Claire, I'm gonna have to call you back later. I'm gonna go call Darius to help me track down my daughter.
Well, as yeah, I mean, you'll leave and you'll have to reach out to the Inferno, I guess, or you're gonna just call him.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, he's gonna just pick up. It's like, what's going on?
Cammy has just left. We have a conversation, and she just decided to go off on her own, which as I don't know where she's at.
Conversation about what?
I was talking about letting her go to some sectionary while I decided to try to make some plans, at least some places she could be safe with your J fellow or whatever, but she apparently got upset with that and saying that she too can play at this game with Stan.
I will try and find her, reach out to a couple of people. You just try and stay calm, I guess.
Sure. Could do at least something here.
Listen, I called a couple of call them friends. I think things are about to heat up in the city, so be careful.
Yes, sure. I plan to do something, talk to an oracle for a bit, but just keep me in the loop.
Likewise. Talk to you later.
Yeah. She says goodbye and hangs up. Probably leaves a note for Cammy before she has to get this stuff done.
Yeah. gonna reach out to Claire after this.
Yeah, there's nothing else she can do for the thing with Cammy. If
Not
she
right
jumped
now.
dimensions,
Yeah.
I don't think tracking's gonna help either. So
Nope.
yeah.
I presume you give Claire a phone call, so
Yeah, I will call Claire.
Wanda, hey.
Hey, Claire. Sorry. Are you still available for that thing we talked about?
I'm free at the moment, yes. Did you want to meet up or have me look into it on my own?
I would like to meet up. Can't really do much else right now.
Just let me know when and where.
What, 20 minutes or so from now, I'll be alright? Meet you at a place that you are comfortable with?
Yeah, that can work. I'll give her like a address of like a coffee shop nearby the hotel.
And, Claire, if it would be alright, I would like to keep this as a private matter.
Of course.
Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon.
drive over there as you both meet up. It's fancy place downtown.
This seems nice.
Yeah, I like to come here and just clear my head sometimes. But I figured it was a good place to have some privacy.
Yes. I appreciate that.
A little bit, at least, for you to let me know what's going on.
Yes, a friend of mine is in trouble, and I'm trying to find a way to help him out to make sure he's okay, or get him out, whatever works. But I don't know where to start first. I have a few
Alright.
ideas. All of them are reckless, but I was
You-
wondering if you can help me with that.
I'd be glad to look into it. You don't have to tell me more than you're comfortable with, but the more you do let me know, the more that I can find out.
He's a Fae, at the very least. Apparently he is in the hands of another faction of Fae, Winter Court, I believe. And well, he has something they really, really want, but they won't let him go. I don't think, not without either something worth their time or a fight. And I don't need to know what I can do to get him out. There are a few options I have. Like I said, all of them are reckless. And I'm willing to, well, I'm willing to do a lot.
Is there one that you're leaning towards more than the others?
It's the only one I think might actually work. There's let's call him another faction. A much more powerful faction. But I don't really have much in the way to entice them to my side. Not without giving them something I'm not willing to trade with.
Okay. I can look into that if that's what you'd like. Or do you want me to be more broad with it?
Just him. Whatever option works best for him.
For your friend.
Yes.
All right. I guess I'll use Soothsayer and look into the future of Victor.
And roll. Oh dear God. You're looking for anything in particular that might narrow down the search, or just want to?
Yeah, looking into Victor's future, that would be like. Wanda said he was captured, right? Like
Yeah.
leading to his freedom.
Well, I mean, kind of have to free him up for that, but
Yeah.
you look into his future right now. Oh god. Let me try and phrase this in as nice a way as possible.
It not good.
Oh no, no, no. You there's this God. Oh god, I forgot you're with the fucking numbers machine.
You could do it in like
No, no, it's fine.
musical notes or something, because those can be equated to numbers as well. I don't know. Trying
You're
to
looking
help you
to the
out here.
future, and it's just the number 69.
You have this. You see numbers. You start scribbling down. No? You see Claire grab a piece of paper as she starts scribbling down percentages. Then it seemingly goes up, down, and up and down. And you see her sort of start like like going on a different line and then start writing some sort of weird formula. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. As it, however hard she tries, the numbers just don't add up. Until they do. And as you snap, as you manage to finally figure out the equation, Claire, you take a moment as you breathe, realize you haven't taken a breath in at least 30 seconds. You stare at the paper, the numbers displayed. You realize, huh? His future is like that of this equation, a problem to be cracked and solved. While they don't have the answer now, they will eventually, just like you, solve that equation.
I don't know what the Fae have planned with your friend, but he's certainly something they're trying to figure out. And it looks like it's difficult, but they don't give up, and eventually they get what they want.
Well, not necessarily reassuring, but it's not entirely hopeless. So, same as right now.
I mean, if anything, you have some time.
How much time does he have?
You're not sure, but
I
there's
don't know
definitely
exactly.
like they are struggling with this just like you were.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how long you have, but it's not going to be like quick or easy process for them.
Huh.
So if I had to give advice, I would say move quickly, but don't feel like you need to rush into it before you're ready.
All types of bad news for someone like me, but I'll try. It's awful knowing that you are powerless to do anything, and that you can't do anything.
Yeah, I know the feeling. But I hope this helped you at least a little bit, even though it doesn't look great.
There is an attempt to smile, maybe more to reassure you than herself. It's like it's not entirely hopeless, which matters. But I still have a job to do. One thing I can really do. Thank you, Claire. I owe you for this.
Of course, I don't know what I'll need, but if I ever need it, I'll let you know.
He just nods. Well, you'll know where to find me.
Yeah, I'll give you a call. Good luck.
She nods as she will probably take that sip of coffee I assume we got and take her leave.
Gonna say, feel free to add one death. Sorry.
Yes.
I need to find the next picture that's gonna.
Now, Garab,
Mm-hmm.
we could wait till another session.
No.
You weren't here
Oh.
last time.
Time is
You already
now.
were.
I just need a perfect vibe. Absolutely unhinged. Listen, Hate, shut the fuck up. I know you'll enjoy it. You'll fall for it.
Let's see. I'll be the judge of that.
Just give him big jugs and he'll be all over it.
Yeah, listen, it's not just about the jugs. Listen, I got the NPC chat up. I'm ready.
One. You know what? Why should I go for it? I should go for it. You know what? Let me check my
Thank you.
my list, because I want to go even.
Now, Grum, when you say lower, I hope you're referring to like the level of fruit and not the age.
What? They're Fae, man. Ages mean nothing.
Oh, okay.
They're all like from 1 to 20. No, I mean by like how psychotic the picture should be.
Well, you don't forget about the mad woman, Grunt.
I was gonna
still
say
saw
go
that-
for maximum psychotic if he's
He did.
anything like I think he is.
He saw that and immediately nodded. So we all know he'll go for anything.
I bring a certain. I could fix her, but whatever is wrong with her is way hotter type of vibe that Darius doesn't like.
Now you bring the I can take that trash heap and still make it worse.
I was gonna say, yeah, you don't fix them. They just make you worse.
Exactly, Grunt. I could fix them, but it's way harder if they stay as
No,
they
you
are.
couldn't. You couldn't even talk to fucking Liam. Shut the fuck up.
Grunt. Darius couldn't talk to Liam when he was still huffing copium.
No, he did. He literally walked in after you and like did it and
Yeah, Mac was
quarter
done
of-
huffing copium at that point. Finished.
no, I think you're just intaking a lot right now. You haven't stopped until since then. Fine, Nate. You can just admit you're shit at talking to.
Yeah.
Uh, Well, listen, Villaraga, you're currently waiting for that ritual to be finished. It's almost the end of the week.
Yeah, I thought it was. Oh, okay, okay.
The
I was
question
gonna say
is,
it's taking a week. I thought it was 3 days. Fuck.
Hate, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, that's why I changed it because I'm like, oh yeah, the end of the week. Yeah, that changed.
Yes.
Change different sentence.
So, is there anything you'd have liked to do in those couple of days that you're waiting for them to do it?
You know, I'd write up that contract probably. You know, keep it ready. Make sure the location is good. I'd probably contact my guy here who owes me the favor and say, yeah, you know, pretty much tell him like, yeah, in a few days I'm gonna do this. Could you like kidnap her and bring her over here on that day?
When you say my guy, you might want to use names because you have a lot of guys.
The fucking dude was like the. I'm scrolling through NPCs as we speak, Grunt. Cassian, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I assume Wanda, you would still finish that ritual, right? Well,
With bitterness in her heart, yes, Grunt, she would.
Thank God. I was afraid I'd have to spend another favor to get Cassian to do it.
no, fine. As everything gets in place, and well, guess you will call for Scarlet. Where exactly are you hosting this meeting again?
I probably would have probably like a more like a abandoned building, you know, kind of a private place. It's where I'd have the anti-teleport ward set up.
Fine. Find a dump, but it's a secure dump.
It's my dump.
As yeah, you pretty much I think have everyone on standby. So you would have Calypso, you would have Cassian with the angels prepped. As a few hours before the meeting, he would speak with you and says everything is set up. I've requested several angels to be there in case things go poorly.
Much appreciated, Cass.
Is there anything else you would like from me?
Not for now, but you know how wrong things can go so quickly. Just be nearby in case I need something.
Do you want me present when the deal is happening?
Yeah, actually, that'd be nice.
Very well. As you all sort of gather, it's gonna be you, him, and Calypso that are the face of the deal, while the angel SWAT team is hiding nearby, but quickly descend. As well, you see Scarlet walking through with what looks like her own bodyguard. Another demon tainted. As
Is it Christian?
it is Christian.
I knew it.
Do I even need to post this picture? He's so famous.
Might as well, Grunt, you know, for consistency's sake.
That's true. He's just so famous already.
Listen, Abaddon's in every NPC chat. Why not?
That's true. Um. As yeah,
Could this guy be?
they're like walking. As Scarlet looks at you with a smile and says, "So, I hope you're doing well."
Absolutely peachy, darling. I can't thank you enough for the opportunity you've given me. And
And she
I hope
smiles
you got
towards
mine.
Cassian. Sorry, what was that, Hate?
I hope you got my. I see you got my invitation.
I do enjoy a good business deal.
So, shall we cut to the chase, or do you want to banter some more? I'm down for either, honestly. Such a good.
Dazzle me with your offers.
All right. So, I'm sure you know we've had our extreme differences. You know, you moving in on my territory, taking my deals, harassing me, insulting me, all that good.
Do like a bit of competition, yes.
Of course. So, originally, you pissed me off so bad, I wanted to kill you, gotta be honest. You know, I took this deal thinking it'd be a trap. Really, I did. But I got such a good business partner out of it, and things have gone my way so well. I've changed my mind. So, I think instead, we should combine our assets. You, instead of constantly being at each other's throats, we work as one business for a set duration of time, and then we can go our separate ways once I'm done.
Kind of like looks at you. And what does combining our assets look like to you?
As I'm sure you know, since I have a bit more experience in the field, you would be taking on a more of a subordinate role. However, I can assure you, you would have the majority of your freedoms to pursue your own business deals.
Audacious offer, letting me work underneath you.
What can I say? I'm a generous man.
Sure are.
See, here's the thing. I really do think we can accomplish more together than... And I assure you, once the term of the contract is complete, I think we'll both come out of this rich as kings. We could, of course, go back to what we were doing, and by that I mean I'd kill you immediately. But I think now we have the opportunity for both of us.
How long are we talking here? What? You speak. You forget I'm not one of your usual gullible customers. Speak concretely.
A similar contract to what most demons have with each other. A term of service, 100 years, with less time for good service. The more you accomplish, the
And
more time is taken off the contract.
I understand what you're saying, and it sounds like you are getting a lot out of this, but what's my benefit from working
Well,
underneath
number
you?
one, biggest benefit, your life. Number two, second biggest benefit. Once this is all done, and I move on to bigger and better things, I'll give you all the business I've made in this city. All yours.
called here to blackmail me and threaten me? Is this what the Great Villarago's business sense has become?
I could just kill you if you really wanted me to. Deep even told me I can kill one person I want in the city. I thought about killing you. I thought better.
Oh, he did, as she like points towards Cassian.
Sure did.
Ah, how quickly you go to trust in your angel friends.
I think I've proven myself quite an asset.
You do know what they do to their assets. You do know that they're just gonna use you and dump you the moment they're done with your usefulness.
That's how business works.
Actually it doesn't. So here's my counter offer to you. Let's see, I'm not gonna be as mean as you are. Make you sign a soul binding contract. I think you have potential. Are quite scummy. Then again, a lot of people are. Here's the deal. You sign a contract. An exclusive contract. Not for your soul and definitely not for 100 years. An exclusivity contract for 1 year. With one of my biggest clients. She has needs you can help out with. And, well, do that. You do a good job. You both get to profit. Oh yeah, and you have to dump these guys.
So, let me get this straight. You have someone backing you who you think is more dangerous than Heaven?
She just kind of laughs a bit at that end. That's a tricky question to answer. But unrelated to the matter at hand. You see, well, this is why I'm smart and you're dumb. You tangled with Heaven at the drop of a hat and you didn't even understand what game you're entering. I don't want that. I don't want to deal with demon lords and angels and godlike beings. I just want to win at city politics. New York is big enough for me, and it could be big enough for you. Back one of the burgomasters and you're set golden. Instead of this.
You gotta understand, you are certainly talking a great game. But it is, so far, here's what I'm seeing, right? You come to me, you say there's some mysterious person who's apparently a better person to work for than one of the most powerful factions in the whole universe. And you tell me if my benefit is my customer base shrinks a lot, and I essentially give up all of the hard work I've put in with my previous. Am I getting this correctly?
Not quite. You do get the benefit of not tangling with creatures that can just swat you like a fly. With alien beings which motivations are kind of messed up. And yeah, you don't work for the pieces of shit in heaven that would see both you and me die. There's no room for us in their world. Is that the customers you want to be helping out?
I like to help out everybody.
Well, then you're never gonna have any true, reliable allies. She's gonna turn her back and start walking away.
So I take it you won't sign then, no matter what?
Go fuck yourself, old man.
Very well. And I'll, like, signal to Cassian. You know what to do.
He, like, looks a bit concerned but nods as you'll, like, start walking after them. As, yeah, they'll sort of walk out as he'll follow. As you start hearing from the outside what sounds like thundering bolts, and there's, like, these flashes of bright white light. As Calypso sort of shrugs and says, "Really down to work with heaven?"
Uh,
You realize she is
Alright.
right. Like, they will just... They do want to kill all of us. Like,
I plan on. I have a lot of goodwill with. I'm gonna use it up, and then, well, probably go back to the other demon lords who are more favorable with our species. I really wanted us to work together. I really did. Honestly, if she'd have worked with me, we could have backstabbed. We could have finished working with the angels and be rid of one.
sort of puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "Well, I like you, but you really gotta choose a fucking side before the year's over. There's a war coming. Very big fuck off one. And you won't be able to profit from selling to both sides. And I think I would much rather join the side that doesn't want to kill me even after we win."
How's the face sound?
Horrible. I hate them.
You don't like the Fae, you don't like the angels. Oh, like I said, what about demons?
So I like demons. I like vampire. I like a lot of people. Even some Fae. It's not all Fae are bad. But I've heard stories about some of their fucked up shit they did. Listen. I enjoy a good fight. I like killing. I think it's fun, especially if my opponents are tough. Torturing kids? That's not up my alley. So no, the Fae can also go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like them that much either.
Why
Kinda
the
why I-
fuck do you keep working with these people?
Well, I never work with the Fae directly.
She sort of looks at you a bit confused and says, "You had... What the fuck is her name? She keeps showing up. Audra?"
Well, yeah,
Was it?
she's fun, and yeah, we share information. Sometimes that's it.
Still work with
Nothing
them
much
though.
more than that. Like you said, individuals versus the whole. Like I'm thinking. So, listen, I got a good in with shit. I'm gonna teach it. Oh, there's so many. Listen, I got an in with Thomas. Maybe I can even see what Moloch. Sound good with you?
Listen, you do you. I'm not. My head's not for business. I just know that I would much rather like work with people that don't want to kill me and people who don't just do cruel shit for cruelty's sake.
So no, you don't like Thomas or Moloch either?
I'll be honest. I know jack shit about about Moloch, and I've never talked to any of the masters too much. So
Well, let's do some meetings with them, and we'll see if they're more fit your palate. Sound good?
she nods.
All right. Who do you want to meet first?
Guess we can go and chat with your. I guess she's like a demon lord or some shit.
Yeah, my old boss taught me everything I know.
Yeah. Why not? You start both heading out as there's like this large like columns of smoke that keep like rise up as you walk outside, and there the concrete's been cracked. There's like scorch marks everywhere. Cassian is bound and tied to the ground. There's a bunch of people around as Scarlet sort of is talking to this man. He sort of gestures. You see Cassian being just grabbed and taken out. As
By taken out, do you mean killed, or they took him
no,
away?
they're like taking him away. They're like capturing him.
Okay. Wow.
As Scarlet looks back at you and says, "Ah, well, I guess your ambush didn't really work."
You weren't kidding. Those guys were tough, huh?
Yeah, you see a couple of weird things as they're sort of moving out. You see what looks like, you're not sure, like a big cat that just quickly turns into shadows and disappears. You see this sort of looks like a man, but like covered in flames. There's like a demon skull that's sort of on top of those. That kind of its eyes are looking at you. Let me post it. Yeah, unfortunately, we're cooked hard.
This is why I wanted her to be like kidnapped. You know, I kind of wanted surprise. But... What the fuck is that?
Yeah. You can see like flame and shadow dripping off of him. As there's like a young man as well that's also has seemingly his skin is like cracked in multiple places and darkness is oozing out. There's a bunch of people. You see it. I think the most normal dude here is just the guy wearing a very well-made suit and sort of leaning on a cane, seemingly having a bit of scales on him. As Scarlet says, "Wait a moment, Darius," and she sort of approaches you a couple, like, I mean, it takes a couple of steps closer to you, Vil, and says, "You see, Vil, it wasn't a setup for you, a setup for the other guy."
Who tipped you off? Who told you?
She kind of chuckles. "Listen, Vil."
Wait. Was it Wanda? I did. It was Wanda, wasn't it?
You shouldn't have tried to. You tried to have her daughter kidnapped. Come on now.
Her daughter was already about to be kidnapped. I thought the angels would, kind of deal with each other.
Listen, them's the breaks. Next time, don't fuck with the wizards. What can I tell you? But don't worry about it. Listen, I don't bear any grudges. She might. She probably bears a lot of grudges.
Hmm.
But
Your shadowy employer who can apparently kill a half a dozen angels.
yeah, oh yeah. He actually points to the guy. He's specialized in that.
Phew.
Yeah,
Didn't know they made those guys.
quite a unique breed. Um, Listen, like I said,
What is he, a demon? Former angel?
don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. My point is, you chose the side, and well, it's a shit one. Not because they're not the most powerful guys around. They still. You're quite correct on that, Phil. Your assessment of their prowess was not wrong. The question is, do you think they will use that giant army of heaven and those countless of thousands of angels to defend you? No.
No, but I thought it was going to be a similar turn for you and whoever you were working for, honestly.
Well, I don't work with the angels. In fact,
No, I mean like whoever you were working for would only send a portion of their force as well, you know? I didn't know you were so well liked.
she kind of chuckles, looks back in the direction of Darius, says, well, I'm not well liked. I just know which people are, though. And unlike you, I just listen. I feel like I've moralized enough. A wonderful night, Vil. Such a shame we couldn't work together, but who knows? Who knows what the future might bring?
Honestly, at this point, I kind of agree. You were a lot more fun than I thought you were.
Well, I'll see. Then you'll. There's a listen. I'm not saying I hate you, but there's a lot of things now that you have to make up for the fact that you tried to have me killed and enslaved. A girl doesn't just go over those.
Oh, come on. Like, no one's tried to kill and enslave you before. You know how you act.
I am quite irresistible, but doesn't mean anyone gets a free pass.
I'm just anyone. I see how it is.
Good luck with the copious amount of enemies you've made.
Eh,
Let me know if you need help with that. As she smiles and turns around.
I'll let you know. Have fun, Scarlet.
I always have. As they all sort of take their leave.
I like turn to Calypso. We have got to talk to Moloch immediately.
Well, you know best, I guess.
Oh, you got any better ideas? Peters, where? It appears there is another player in town that I had no idea about.
She kind of chuckles a bit. Well, I mostly wanted to fight these guys, but that can wait.
You want to fight who?
She's probably referring to the bunch of freaks that were in front of you, not like 5 minutes ago.
I got a feeling you'll have your chance sooner rather than later. We have got to find a lot of water.
Kind of chuckles. As yeah, I have to make you. As such, Cassian the Soul Merchant fucking wasted.
Oh yeah, my fucking bad was unaware that Scarlet had the ear of fucking. Well,
You're sad you didn't get the chance to talk to the guy who kidnapped your daughter? I see how it is, Red. But yeah, as that was going on, Claire, you eventually will go to meet up with Eniko in her like this little flat of the rougher areas of New York. As you walk in, and you can smell the coffee has been freshly brewed. She looks at you and says, come in, welcome, welcome. Coffee, tea?
Hello. Oh, yes. I'll take some coffee, please. Thank you.
I've posted her in NPCs. Let me. What's that? As yeah. Sorry, what did you choose between the two?
I chose coffee. It smells like that's what she brewed,
Yes.
so.
You can also see a freshly made pot of tea as well.
Oh, she's prepared.
As yeah, she's gonna pour you a hot cup, and she sits down. Accommodations here quite poor. I guess they will have to do. Light up her own cigarette. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, no. Go ahead.
So, how can I help you figure out your little enigma?
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't really know what questions to ask to figure it out. I've been seeing these numbers since, what was it, New Year's?
Numbers, numbers, numbers. What are numbers but a way to read the universe itself?
Yeah, I view it the same way. But it feels like I have an answer, but I don't have the equation for it. Does that make sense?
No. But nothing really does make sense if you think about it.
She like opens her mouth to speak a couple of times, but stops herself and just will nod.
Kind of chuckles a bit. Tell me, why are you so concerned with such dreadful topics?
What do you mean?
Well, you're pulling at threads. Something quite big, quite dangerous. I want, before I help you, to know that, if you truly want this, if you want to understand,
I do, absolutely. I want to understand. I've had these visions, this understanding that something terrible is going to happen unless I can advise someone about it, and it's plagued me ever since. I can't really get away from it. I don't know if this is connected.
we all have our queries we advise. People who believe in our counsel, yes?
Yeah.
Does your... Who do you advise, my dear?
Lydia.
A name that means nothing. I can only see darkness. Shadow over New York itself. That's what you want.
I don't know. Why?
Because there are 5 now. She wants to only be one.
It's true she's very ambitious, to put it lightly.
It's not the only one. Another shadow sprawling from Chicago, covering the Midwest. I can see it's starting to reach our shores as well. We've been trying to escape it, like trying to run away from a tsunami.
You cut out just a little bit. You can see it start to what?
She said it's she sees another shadow um, sprawling
Coming
from
from
Chicago,
Chicago.
covering the Midwest, and she tried to run away from it, but it's like trying to run away from a tsunami.
Okay, I got most of it then. That I have also seen something similar. I know this power, Freya, or whoever she's connected to, it's like growing exponentially, but there are factors that decrease her progress, so I don't see it as something that's entirely definite.
The only question is, what do you want to do about it? Do you want to fight the shadows, embrace the shadows? You want to escape them? Want to find a nice spot by the light and huddle up next to it, watching as the world around you gets swallowed, drowned?
You described both Lydia and Freya as shadows. Why, I guess?
That's just how I see them.
The same night that I got this Enigma message, before I knew what it was, I saw, I don't know exactly what, someone in a shadow, someone was a shadow.
Yes. The Lord
Do
of all
shadows have a-
shadows.
Oh, okay, that sounds big.
They're a domain of the abyss itself. Not just a shadow, but the absence of everything else. There are many paths in front of you. I can point out one that would best suit your goal if you would but tell me what that goal is.
My goal right now is to advise Lydia on the best way to, I don't know, defeat this evil that I've seen.
Why evil? She looks genuinely confused.
I don't know, it's just how I've seen it.
think darkness is evil?
Not inherently, no.
What evil are you speaking of then?
The one on my character sheet. No, I'm kidding. um, I don't really have any more details about it. I just know that Lydia can stop it. And it's been information that's given to me over a course of a couple of years. It all seems to center around this, so this is what I have insight on. It's where I fit into the equation.
Where you want to fit in the...
Claire looks genuinely confused at this question.
It's not a question, it was a sort of statement. A correction, if you may. As she is drinking from the coffee cup and says, See, Claire, we are all seers and see past what normal people can. We can predict certain outcomes. We can manifest them. Look at the ocean and dictate its currents. You are not someone who is bound by fate. Someone who makes the fate.
So, what you're saying, I can look for an intended outcome and figure out how to get there?
Quite so. The only question you need to figure out is what that outcome is. What you want to achieve. Helping Lydia is an outcome. Evil,
I mean,
I would stay away from such mundane phrases.
of course, it's more nuanced, I understand.
If you wish to help
I know-
Lydia, then you need to... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know what I want, but in terms of future for this city, people keep asking me what direction I want that to go in, and I don't have an answer for that.
And maybe you should... It's quite hard to navigate an ocean if you do not know where you are heading towards. It's quite hard to manifest destiny when you don't know what that destiny is.
I need more information about these paths in front of me.
One would help Lydia succeed, empower her to be she desires, queen above all. another one would see shadows collide, and where there was once multiple, there would just be one. There's also the path of fire. Shadows are burnt away, replaced with blinding light. And then there is your little enigma. The path of both shadow and light. The brightest of all lights. And at the same time, darkest of all shadows. You're not ready. If you're not yet ready to ask the questions, and I don't need to look into your future. She like rips a piece of paper and starts like writes down a phone number. Pushes it towards you.
This is yours?
No.
Then whose?
Call and find out. Giggles a bit.
Right. Thank you for talking with me, Unico.
I'm always, well, I maybe all not. I may not always be around, but at least in the near future, I shouldn't be in any sort of danger of disappearing. So feel free to reach out. Stop by. I always enjoy company.
Of course. I really do appreciate you helping me figure this out.
Like I'm not doing that
Maybe
much, but
I always appreciate a different perspective.
Oh.
I tend to look at things too rigidly.
Good luck with your search.
Thanks.
As you finish the coffee and grab the phone number, take your leave, dial it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stare at the number for a little bit. I don't know if I get anything, any information from it, but if not, I'll just call the number.
Yeah, I mean, ring a couple of times before it answers. You hear like a robotic voice on the other end. Who is this?
Claire. Is
And
this
how can I help you, Claire?
Enigma?
Yes. You know that name.
I've seen it. At least for a week or so now.
One of
I
the
don't know why.
soothsayers.
I am, yes.
Okay, well, how can I help you then?
Inika gave me your number. Said to call you.
Of course she did. She did.
Yeah. Sorry. Maybe I should have texted you first to give you a warning.
A warning that she has my phone number that she shouldn't have, and that you know a name that you shouldn't know. A name that very few people know. I would suggest you keep it to yourself as much as possible.
Right. So you don't know why I've been seeing your name.
No. Unlike you, I don't divine the future. Nor do I get prophetic visions.
Right. It's worth a shot. All I know is that you're connected with the future of New York.
Say the future of the world, but yeah, I guess New York applies too. Listen, clearly you don't know anything about me. Um,
That's
so
an understatement.
I'll give you the brief rundown. I assist a lot of hunter groups across the United States and other regions as well. I provide them information and help out whenever I can. So I do work with others as well. Supernatural creatures here and there. I'm what you would call an information broker. Very well connected one. And I suppose New York is the newest battleground.
That's a disconcerting way to put it, but
Well, for some time I've been trying to hamper the efforts of a certain vampire and extending their influences. Chicago is pretty much lost to me,
she wouldn't happen to be named Freya, would she?
of course. But it seems like she's not content with one metropolis. She is actively trying to extend her tendrils in many places, many cities. I am combating her wherever I can. I did hear she visited New York recently. So,
She has, yes. There's something she's planning about, of course, extending her influence here. She has a connection to more in the city than I realized. But I do know there are people who are working against her. One in particular I can get you in contact with.
who that might be.
My patron, Lydia.
You are well connected.
Friends in high places.
I wouldn't mind that. problem is, Claire, I don't know much about your patron, but what I do know doesn't fill me with confidence. Not exactly the sort of individual I would normally associate with.
I suppose it's understandable. Just know that he is also looking into Freya and possibly working against her in the near future.
One thing I'm gonna tell you right now, Claire, is that if you want, you know why New York is much better place than many other large cities? The fact that balance of power is distributed in the 5 rulers keeps things slightly in check. If only one were to rule the entire area,
It would disrupt the balance, right?
would certainly make that individual quite powerful. We don't need more powerful individuals in charge, we need less of them, in fact. If you want to work with me, that will mean keeping your patron limited.
I don't know what I want. I don't know enough right now.
I'm trying to help out people. There's a fine balance between the supernatural's rule. They have their businesses intertwined with the mortal world when they dominate, exploit. There are very few places in the world where you would see supernaturals perfectly integrated with mortal society. New York isn't one of them, but I sure would like to bring it closer to that. That's my goal. If you want to work with me on that, I would appreciate the assistance.
When Iniko mentioned the possibility of working with you, it sounded like the most not moderate option, but like the most balanced, I suppose. Though she also made it sound like there were both extremes existing at the same time.
Well, she's a weird one, but she's not exactly wrong. Not that it really matters to you, but I have connections in a lot of extreme places. But that doesn't change what I want to achieve.
Of course.
I do know that it seems that there is an increase of angel activity in New York. That doesn't bode well for the locals, supernatural or
Angel?
otherwise.
I haven't dealt with them personally.
Well, they're assholes.
Sorry.
unlike demons, they are, well, self-righteous assholes. I know that soon something will go down, which will trigger a cascading effect. Gonna result in a localized conflict between several groups. There's no way of stopping that, but to work with me would also minimize the casualty.
I honestly didn't think I'd be saying this earlier today, but yeah, I think I would like to work with you. But I've been working for Lydia for a while now.
It's fine. You don't need to do anything hostile towards her. Just know that by working with me, you will not necessarily be serving her own interests, and your first order of business is to ensure that whatever happens, Lydia and Freya don't settle on an agreement to work together.
Okay.
After you've ensured that that doesn't happen, we can focus on dealing with the armed conflict ongoing now.
Right. Okay. One step at a time, then.
Also need help. There's at least one angel that I trust in that city. Well, the only one that I know won't sell you out.
Well, that's a comforting thought.
Goes by the name of Darius. I'll text you his phone number. Be careful though. Make sure that if you ever he should warn you about this. He has a bit of I think lack of self-preservation instinct is an understatement. He is quite suicidal, so be careful you don't feed into that angle of him, because then you'll make enemies that you don't need right now.
Okay. Noted.
Then
I will not encourage any suicidal tendencies.
be careful with when and how much help you ask for him, because he will offer it, but he will jump in front of a moving train to save you. That's not gonna end well for you.
Okay.
Do reach out to me when you've managed to make some progress with Lydia and Freya.
Yeah. I will.
Thank you. So close off the call, and yeah, you can take a debt with Mr. E. Or assisting him with the...
He owes me one, or I owe him?
No, he owes you one.
Okay.
But you do remember, I feel like... I think you encouraged Lydia to talk to Freya.
I did.
So, yeah. Well, so I'm sure any damages can be rectified.
Well, I don't know if I encouraged it. I think that's just what Lydia got out of the conversation.
I think you definitely were like, yeah, you should go and talk to her. Don't immediately jump the gun and be hostile.
Yeah. We'll see what I can do. Do some damage control.
But yeah, as Wanda.
Yes.
It's been like 2 days since Cammy went missing. Other than in finishing the ritual for Villarago, would you have wanted to do anything?
Well, she has. I don't think we ever introduced them, but she did have. There's not many people she can go to that would be like, hey, can you fight an angel or a fae by chance?
Listen, you can always try and meet new people.
There's new people. There's also someone in her debt. I'm trying to remember their because we never introduced them and they never had a name from her backstory. 1 second, should I pull it up? It's the wizard one.
Wizard.
It's from the wizard back debt people because I have Thomas for one of them, and then another one.
Have-
There's someone who.
For Thomas, you have 2.
Yeah, I'm saying there's 2 other people she should know that I don't know, basically, because we never
Oh.
introduced them. Because you were going to make the NPCs for me, basically. Like, who was the person who was your go-to to when you get in trouble providing information or muscle for you to get things done? You owe them 2 debts.
That's that like,
I believe-
Thomas?
No, I believe Thomas was the one you were helping someone keep a dangerous secret from powerful members, which is supposed to be why the sanctuary existed, because there's gases in there. If you don't have anyone prepared, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I looked at my stuff that I thought she should be able to use.
Hmm. Yeah, no, you're right. Oh, them two. That's God.
Yeah.
Let me check, cause
Mhm.
that might just be Thomas. Like an NPC can do more than one thing. Let me just.
No, that's fine. But I want to ask now before, because if not, I'll just go and try to hit the streets. But if I have someone else that's already available,
It's actually Victor.
Victor, I haven't met him until recently, so no.
Gonna say might have been Villarago, but
No.
Sadly, she's like we canonically met. at
We
the
just-
party,
we-
like I
That's
said.
true.
Yeah,
true.
we literally
You
just
did-
met there. Yeah.
You did meet just at the party.
Like I said, if you don't have
know
anyone in
what?
mind, that's
Listen, you know what? No, listen, this is time to introduce the mage faction. Set
'cause like I
them
said-
up for
I don't really know anyone that could be useful here right now. But if I did, I wanted to know that's a possibility.
fetch my little blood wheel of suffering. I need to like prepare the shoe for Jill, so
I see. I see.
good ramp for it. I swear though there was like see, I feel like I did something for them, but then I forgot which one of the NPCs it was. I should figure out a better way to track deaths for NPCs in my own phone. So I'm just gonna say this is a factor that I've never actually. Any preferences on your poison, Red?
Grant, no, not really. If they're useful, that's the main thing I'm looking for here. If they're not, then I won't go to them, so you don't really have to go through much trouble here.
Now, Grunt, how about a depressed boy failure who, we can all push for Red to hook up with?
Depressed boy failure? I would hope that would be an adult man. Thank you.
I say that like a 40-year-old, but he's like,
I actually get like
Well.
swatted down, Nate.
yeah, I can't believe.
Question is, would Wanda associate more with other mages, vampires, or werewolves?
Ooh, that's hard to say. I can see mages, but she only mainly seems right now the main connection she has is Thomas. I want to say probably mages if nothing else. If Thomas ever gave her the chance to be a vampire, she'd be happy to do so. But
Thomas
based on
doesn't
how we
dictate
start-
who you get to chat.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the only opportunity I can see her ever meeting a vampire. That's why I'm saying leading towards mages.
Well, you've clearly gone. No, so you clearly went to this person for like stuff in the past.
Yeah, so I assume it will be a mage. Mage makes more sense.
Has to be Lord.
There we
Everyone's
go.
going for the edge.
You know what? There we go. Yeah, you probably would have a. You know what? If anything, you would have a contact at one of the largest, works as a representative in Brooklyn, the Conclave of Chaos, which is the largest mage group in New York. This guy isn't super important, but they let him run his own little operation. Fetch a name. Yeah, so are you gonna give this let's call him now Dorian. Gonna give Dorian a phone call.
Yeah, I assume Dorian has skills or connections that could be useful for her right now. What would be the one that he's best at? So I know what I'm gonna say to him.
Dorian is what we would call a fixer. He can
fixer?
get you information. He can get you literally anything if you have if the price is right.
Okay.
It does kind of what Villarago does, but for other people, operates in the same circles.
Okay.
Already owe him a
she-
lot though, so
look, Red, she doesn't really have much of the way of who she can go to for this. Dorian, not Dorian, sorry, I must say the D name. Darius is working on something on his end, so she can't. She's just angsty right now. She doesn't know what to really do.
Gonna go to the
Maybe
guy
some.
you already owe to ask for more. That's a poor negotiation tactic, but you do you.
Like I say, like, is he going to be useful for me? Because if he's not, then I wouldn't go to him.
I mean,
Can
of
he
course
give
it's
her?
gonna be useful to you. The price though, instead of like trying to like get to meet new people, you're going to the people who you already like. Oh,
Well, if it sounds like a bad idea, then I'll go somewhere else. Like I said, I just didn't know if I had an arsenal already. That was my main question, really.
no, he has. You owe him. That's why I'm saying this
Yeah.
is your what. This is not gonna be a nice negotiation for you.
Hmm. Okay, I'll keep him on the back burner at the very least because I don't have an idea that going to meet new people will give me anything either. But I will try to meet new people if that's the case as well. 'Cause,
No,
like I
so
said,
you don't. So it's not that you just wander around town. It's like, hey, well, who's there? No, you say, hey, I need something. That's putting the word out.
Mm.
Say, hey, I need something specifically, and you put the word out towards a specific circle, and then whoever has that will approach you.
gotcha.
You are not going out to socialize.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go to him, Grunt. I'm not doing this for socializing. I'm going to hopefully see if he gets anything, and see if I take the deal or
Okay,
not because I
right.
can still say no. I'm going to ask him if he has something that can be useful to me. And if he doesn't, I will say no.
The reason I'm saying this, Red, is because you have two options. You can go to the guy you already owe, and he'll fucking drain you dry, or you could try and expand your circles and reach out to people who you don't already owe shit.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
They both of these potential individuals can get you what you want because otherwise they wouldn't be talking to you. The question is, do you want to owe the guy even more than you already owe?
I'll look for new people then. I'll put the word out then.
Then tell me what circle are you reaching out to? And what exactly are you like asking for? What do you need?
Yeah. Because right now, like I know she would know that breaking into the Fae territory is insane and crazy and very not going to work out. Basically, I think she needs more information about the Fae's whole business with Victor or any type of movement in the Fae that's going on now, so she can get a good idea of like what the timetable she's going to make from what Claire told her.
Yeah, so then roll me with wild.
Okay, so this is the first time I actually made this roll before, so. And my wild is 1 circle, okay. So I would just add a +1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it.
Oh, well. And don't worry, they still have what you need. The Fae image. Why shouldn't I look into your own?
I have many of them.
Simple, like I can just open the household one and pick from there.
That's also true.
Another Maya loyalist. Well, since you kind of reach out a bit, And, well, that's some very specific information. Somebody would contact you and set up a nice little meeting. Find also. Recipe. As this Fae has apparently what you need.
Hmm.
As you meet up with her, one of the local bars in Brooklyn, as she is already waiting for you there by the time you arrive. You sit down, she smiles. So, you have quite some interesting curiosities.
Yeah, well, comes to the territory at the very least.
Sure does, it sure does. And I heard you were quite popular. Well, not you, but your daughter. I heard she was quite popular.
Well, this conversation doesn't pertain to my daughter, now does it?
No, but it could. I mean,
No.
I know where she is.
I would like to figure someone out, Grunt.
Yeah.
Is she bullshitting me here, or is she actually...
Ask.
Okay. What is she hoping to get from this?
Probably that favors. This is a business transaction for her.
What was the bar? I guess, is there a way to... No, I'm gonna hold off, actually, because I'm gonna hold off
Sure.
for this one, because I want to see what she says.
Yeah, is good. Know where she is, and I think I can help. I think we can work together.
How exactly is that going to work out then, Miss?
Well, quite simple. You see, the Fey monarchs have differing opinions. Not everyone is on the same board, and my monarch has no such intentions for your daughter or not your husband.
What do you want?
Me personally, same as everyone else. Power, influence, a bit of fun here and there.
And how exactly can you help me?
Well, I can get your daughter back for one.
And what's the price for that exactly?
Well, I am negotiating with one debt for me, as you'll owe me a bit for this one. But there's also matter of you going and talking to my monarch about it as well.
What exactly would a Fey monarch want with little old me?
Guess you'll have to wait and see on that one. I don't know her full schemes and machinations.
And should I come to a disagreement with whatever scheme she wants, do I have guarantee I get to leave safely without any retaliation when it comes to that?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Where is my daughter?
Well, with the monarch.
She just nods. Very well then. Sabine, was it?
Yes.
Take me to your leader then.
Lovely. Yeah, you will owe her on that. As she's gonna sort of get up and escort you to a it's like back room area as she opens one of the doors that should have been a storage closet as it opens into the Fey realm. As yeah, you'll both walk in, and as you step through the sort of refreshing smell of flowers and slightly wet grass, your nostrils, the air warmer than it was in New York, but not hot, pleasant, as a swift breeze just kind of blows and pushes your hair a bit off to the side. As you see in front, as many other Fae sort of take their leave as soon as they spot you two, leaving only one woman and your daughter sort of chatting. As well, she is sitting on a large throne made out of brambles and flowers. And your daughter is sitting on a smaller chair right next to it. As the monarch sort of turns to you, smiles, says, "Ah, wonderful. You're dismissed, Sabine." As the other Fae bows and takes her leave. Yeah, and the monarch sort of stands up, starts walking towards you, Wanda, like a big smile on her face.
Yeah, Wanda's face, even when she saw Cam, is just blank right now as she's watching this monarch come towards her.
So,
Wary, of course, but not much she could do.
why the hostility? Come on now, we can all have a nice family dinner. As she sort of gestures, as a table sort of springs up from the ground, as the roots sort of intertwine and form this large, bountiful meal. As you see, like fruits and all sorts of cuisines being displayed. Come, sit.
Yeah, she does, but she's gonna look at Cammy for a minute. Does Cammy react in any way?
And Cammy's gonna get up from her chair and also go and sit at the table. Seems
Yeah,
quite determined.
gotcha. He takes a seat.
Well, as you can see, your daughter is unharmed and well. You have nothing to worry about here. It's not from me.
Well, that's good to know. She didn't really leave much in the way of a note for me to know that for sure.
She looks towards Cammy and says, "Now, he was a bit angry and desperate. I can understand. The other monarchs have, have your loved ones hostage, ready to experiment on him, on God knows what, to try and eventually produce their Fey army. I have no
And you
such
don't-
desires.
So what is it that you desire then?
Honestly, to have fun. My life has been getting more and more boring. So, I'm looking for someone to spice it up a bit for me. Do you think you could do that? Out with that?
All depends what spices your life. I'm sure it has an unusual palate. I can certainly try, but what will I get out of that?
Well, I can get Victor freed.
And what does it mean for spicing up your life? What exactly do you want from me?
Well, what's your relationship with Abaddon?
Haven't I Abaddon have met recently? We don't really have much in the way of a relationship.
Good, that's good. Um, daughter here seems to have interacted with some of her people.
Yes.
Quite simple. I need you to do one little teensy thing for me. As she sort of twists her hands, and you see like a wall of like plants kind of erupt from the table down the middle and sort of separate you from Cammy. Like you and Maya get sort of surrounded in this almost like box. I need you bring someone over to me. Just under the pretense of a friendly conversation. You do that, and Victor is gonna walk free and, well, unharmed.
You you want me to sell someone out in exchange for Victor's safety, is what you're saying.
No, no, actually. I want you to talk to someone and bring them here. They will sell themselves out. Or rather, let- don't concern yourself with the second part of the plan. That's my job. My point is, I need you to bring them here so that I can make the offer. They refuse, then you all walk out of here safe and sound, and I'll figure some other scheme to be your loved one.
Who exactly do you want me to even bring here?
You must have met him. It's a little friendly angel by the name of Darius.
Oh my god, Grant. Ah, you want me to bring him here under the pretense of a conversation for a man who's done nothing wrong to me but been helpful to me. So you can be entertained.
Yes.
God. I am at my limit here. I am seriously at my limit here.
Come on, it's not that bad of an offer.
It's always not that bad of an offer.
You, your daughter, Victor, get to walk away free. And listen, what's gonna happen to Darius is gonna. He's gone through worse. He'll figure his way out of this one too.
Oh my god. Why are you all so just awful? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm going. Where's my daughter? I'm leaving. This is ridiculous.
Are you though? Are you leaving? I mean, you are leaving. Is she leaving though? That's the question.
What have you even done?
Nothing yet. Question is, do you think Cammy values more a random stranger or her long lost father?
What have you done and said to my daughter? Because I swear, by whatever god you believe in, I will kill you. I will kill you.
Come on now.
I'm
What's even
sorry.
the problem, Wanda?
It's a bit aggressive, I know, but you're the second supernatural to give me a shit deal. Honestly, this is a shit deal for me.
Is it
What
though?
I
You
want,
get everything you want out of it, and somebody else has to clean up the problems.
someone else going to clear the problems. So what? I put a corpse in the way so I can feel safe about
He's
my family.
not gonna be killed. Like, too valuable to these people.
There are things worse than death. You fucking know that. And I have a feeling that what
I
you
know.
planned to
Yes,
cause problems for me.
I know that. He knows. That's why I'm saying, listen, bring him here. Gonna agree to this. He's gonna agree to this. I can't force him to surrender himself to the Fae. He's gonna jump into it willingly. He probably would, even if I brought this up to him directly. The problem is, if we do go about this directly, there will be consequences, and I don't want you, Cammy, or myself to suffer from the fallout of it.
I feel like there'll be fallout regardless of what happens. I feel like once whatever friends Darius has finds out that I had any involvement in this, there'll be consequences towards it. I feel like there's not something you're not telling me to avoid telling me the truth of the matter.
Which is
And I feel like
why I'm gonna teach you how to ingratiate yourself with those friends, so that whenever they figure out that you were the one who caused this, they'll like you too much to retaliate, and then you can just play stupid.
I don't know what type of people you've dealt with, Monarch, Lord, Lady, Queen, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't fucking just sell people out for my own well-being because I know the shit's gonna have problems for me. It's not something Victor would want. It's not something that I will want, and it's surely something that my daughter's gonna fucking do either.
Arthur sure felt quite guilty for having to sacrifice himself to save her.
Oh, God, I wish I gave her offensive spells. She does not have anything to fight this lady, and well, we're in her domain. Let me start this over. I apologize, Monarch. It seems that we cannot come to an agreement that seems worth my time, and I'm sorry for wasting yours. But I would like to talk to my daughter now, and I would like to leave your domain unharmed with both of us in hand.
No. I mean, not yet. You will be unharmed. Sometimes it just pisses me off that people are just so uncooperative.
Well, how do you think I feel? I came for information, found out that I'm going to be based on a deal to throw a man under the bus for myself.
Well,
I genuinely believe if you just would have asked me for a price that I was willing to pay, I would say yes. I don't know, cut off a hand, give you my magic, whatever.
oh, you would surrender your magic to me?
Yes.
That might be a tempting offer. Your magic, your sanctum, everything.
Yes.
Quite tempting deal.
Well, you can see how much I'm willing to pay for myself. Whatever price you pay, ask for me, with no one else involved. Not my daughter, not Darius, not some other scum you want to put under your little heel. None of that. It means Cammy and Victor are safe, and you don't cross those lines. Fine. Sure. I don't have much in the way to give you here, Maya, but it feels like you don't have much in the way to give me either.
Well, I have your husband to be me.
True. But I have a feeling if I go to someone else, they'll give me a much more better offer too. So that we can have a conversation with a more even ground here, or we don't have a conversation at all.
Oof, I like your no nonsense attitude. Respect it. Fine. Your entire sanctum. I don't care for your little magic tricks. But I know wizard sanctums are worth quite a lot. You give me that, I'll have Victor feed. Give me a week.
I will. Fine.
Then we have a deal. As she extends her hand.
Yeah, she extends hers.
As the walls around you sort of drop and you see Cammy looking a bit panicked as Maya stands up and says, "Don't worry, my dear. Mother is quite safe. I told you it was just business that I don't think children need to hear right now. I've come to an agreement. Remember, you feel free to stop by this place anytime. We'd enjoy spending time with you. I believe both should head home now. As there's a door behind you that sort of appeared out of nowhere. I'll be seeing you later, Wanda."
I wanted to say it, but I'm just like, I don't think we will be. But yeah, Wanda just nods, and she will assumably making
Yeah.
sure Cammy follows.
Both of you will walk through the door as you're back in New York. As Cammy sort of looks at you and says, "Yeah, I know you'll be upset at me.
I
had a plan, though."
You're going to go to the sanctum Jay has graciously given us, Cammy. Things are going to be moving quickly, and I can't protect you.
I can help.
Victor will be released if she keeps her word. And from there,
I can still help.
No, Cammy. No, you can't. You were about to do something that I would. I thought you never did. What the hell? Oh, Jesus.
Wait, it's fine. I muted them.
You were about to do something that I thought I taught you better of, but apparently I failed at that as well. So
Don't. Listen. I'm
No,
tired. I'm not dead weight. Okay, I'm not just gonna sit back in some hiding hole and just pretend like this is my fight too. Okay, it's not just you and Dad.
Wanda will. I'm not sure how tall Cammy is in comparison to Wanda, but she'll put her hands in her hands around Cammy's face, this Kraylin, but she's just like, no, you're not. You're too precious for that. And I need you to understand when I say these things, it's not to say that you're useless, but that I can't stand the idea of you getting hurt. And I have. When you make deals like those, there are consequences, Cammy. Consequences. And I have to make sure I can protect you from them. Because those choices, well, I have to make some calls.
I'm not gonna sit this one out. I'm sorry, Mom. It's no.
Cammy,
sitting this
the
one
first
out
reaction.
is exactly what got us into trouble. Hiding away
Cammy,
never solved any problems. It just let them fester.
I know, I know. But the
I'm
first reaction to
capable.
not
I'm
getting it,
powerful. I can do stuff. Okay.
you are. So, your first reaction was to run off and have me losing my mind wherever you were at. Do you know how that felt? Just, I'm not asking you to stay out entirely. I'm going to talk to someone. And I need to explain things. But if things go wrong, then I can't have you get in the crossfire. Because if something happens to me, then you have to come and save me, okay?
Fine. Try and be more careful, I guess.
You have to be. In these types of situations, when you make deals and you don't tell your allies about them, they will make mistakes that will also cause problems for you later on down the line.
Why don't you give me another persuade and then please?
Yeah.
She kind of like just nods again. Mostly to herself.
So I'm going to talk to. Do I have a way to contact Jay? Because I know he gave her the invitation, but I don't know if he ever gave a way for her to contact him.
Probably, but you call him right now. He is unavailable.
Yeah, I'll just text him essentially to that offer. So when the next time he has a chance to see it,
Yeah.
he'll be able to react. One is gonna talk to Thomas and hopefully not get killed, but we'll see.
Yes, sorry, Thomas. I did just give away the nuclear bomb buried in my backyard to someone else.
Listen, Thomas. I did that, yes.
He's gonna,
Yes.
he's gonna get killed.
Yes. I wanna knows.
Yeah, I guess.
Not letting him know is worse.
Yeah, I guess you'll send Cammy back home.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with that.
Thank you.
Hey,
You too.
are you around? Are you like at work already?
I'm around. Yeah, what's up?
Well, given that Jill dodged the bullet by being BRB right now, the bullet has redirected towards you.
I've already been shot, Grunt.
Yeah, but now I'm like putting the car in reverse and running you over.
What did I do?
As well, it's been about a couple of hours. As you're like maybe contemplating your next move. As well, there is a knock at the door of your office. As Calypso opens the door and says, you have a client,
All right, send them in.
Okay, and like she's clearly hesitant as she like opens the door and you do.
Okay, whoa. What's with the look?
Yeah, you'll see, and she kind of glances back. As she like widens the door, you do see approaching and like eventually entering the room as well. It is Cammy, the Fae girl you orchestrated her as kidnapping.
Okay, I did not do that. That's like a bit far. Come on. I'm like, Cammy, right? The one who was looking for her dad. You ever find that guy?
I know what you did.
I did a lot of things.
You owe me for that. So you're gonna pay up by helping me now.
Okay. Will this if I do this, will your mom still want to kill me and sell me out to everyone when she's doing a job for me?
That sounds like a problem you should talk with her. I am not my mom, and I don't speak for her.
Okay, fair enough. Would you put in a good word for me if I did?
Yes.
All right. What's the job?
She like looks conflicted at it. I need you to help me get someone and like help me, I guess, lie to them. I feel horrible about this.
Get someone and lie. Am I kidnapping someone or?
Well, there's the
Listen, okay, calm down. This is a safe spot. I can assure you, all deals have a complete and total secrecy. I won't go and blabber to your mom about this, whatever you're worried.
Okay.
I'm sure you're doing this for whatever good reason you can think. Who is this person? What am I doing? All right.
I know you have like contacts, right? So you could get someone kidnapped and then handed over to one of the Fey monarchs, right?
Probably could. Depends on how much the angels still like me. They probably still owe me.
Yeah,
we'll
this isn't. Listen, there's this angel guy. Goes by the name of Darius.
Ooh, yeah, angels probably wouldn't kidnap much of them. How powerful is he?
Not that powerful.
That should work out. All right. So, kidnap someone, get him to the family, right?
Yeah.
Cool. What's this guy's name?
No, this Darius.
All right, Darius. Got it. Yeah, I know a guy who owes me some favors. Might be able to do it.
I need this done like
So,
super quickly, like right now, as possible, as fast as
Okay.
possible.
you said there was also a lie involved. What's the lie about?
Well, I think I don't. There's one thing you can. It's not a lie, but would make his capture easier, I guess.
Okay.
He's gonna be traded for my dad with the Fae,
Okay.
and it should get my mom out of trouble as well. And this guy apparently has he has a bleeding heart of gold, you know. So I could manipulate that.
Okay. See, now I'm just gonna tell you this now. I am absolutely happy to do this for you. The thing is, you already look like you're kind of half in, half out. Do you actually want to do this? Again, I don't care. I'll do it for you. But I mean, I don't want to go halfway through and then you freak out and then, you double cross it and then everyone's screwed over.
He helped me. He helped my mom. He put me in contact with a lot of good people, but I don't. This can like save both dad and mom. I don't feel like a horrible person for throwing someone like that underneath the bus.
You can't save everyone in this life, kid. You gotta prioritize who's important to you and who's not. If your mom and dad are important, this guy is just a guy you met a few times who helped you out, I understand.
She like nods. Thank you.
All right.
She'll sort of walk out of the room. She'll kind of give you the details. You'll get a picture of Darius as this is the guy that Scarlet was talking to. So.
Well, this will probably piss off whoever's working with her.
Yeah.
So the moment he sees the picture, he's just like,
Yeah, because Scarlet.
So Cammy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scarlet did say, "Hey, I'm not the one." Well, like he is. He's just.
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
like- Yeah.
So, again, Scott, I will still. Sorry, Cammy. I will still do this. There is one thing you should probably know before I kidnap this guy. So apparently, he is really well liked by apparently someone powerful enough to kill 12 angels.
Yeah.
And
I
she
know.
might be really mad about that.
I know. She'll
right.
she'll be very upset.
Do you know anything about this woman? This person? Yeah. What is she? Vampire? Demon? Ghost?
I don't want to like betray too many people.
Fair enough, but I mean, ugh.
That's why I said like don't kidnap him. Like can't lie. I can't manipulate him like this. But like you're good at this. You're a demon. You've done this before. Like you need to talk to him, and he's gonna sacrifice himself apparently. So that's apparently what he does.
Okay. All right. I will go and talk to this guy.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Seriously, don't. If you do, we might both get killed.
She nods. Yeah, she'll take her leave with that, and